just leaving Pilot in Fort Erie. I just stopped here to get some tea, but that lane is closed. And I got up this morning. Today's Wednesday, right? I still have this Cat 966M on the deck. You can see it in the mirror over there. And this is empty, formerly from water. And this is full water. So anyway, I got up today in Dansville at TA at 6 o'clock. Took a shower and printed out my customs paperwork and got to the duty-free in Buffalo at 9:30 because they sent me I had to follow my permit because of the oversized load. I had to take New York 408 to New York 63 to New York 33 through Batavia, which always takes me 2 hours, even though it's only 85 miles, 90 miles. But the longest delay today was at the border. First of all, this load comes into country in bond, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but when you pick up stuff at the port that comes from overseas, and this cat was built overseas, I forgot what country, somewhere like Asia. And so it enters the port, but the delivery is in Canada, right? So what they do is they set up the so-called bond, so that it kind of like goes through US in transit to show that the final destination is a different country, right? It enters at the port, which is customs, like a customs zone, and so I have to stop when exiting US and cancel that bond. It's like a piece of paper, just single sheet, and you have to have multiple copies. And so I stopped at duty free. I went in the US Customs building over there, waited maybe 15 minutes, and then came back into the truck, and the guy from the bridge showed up, because now it's construction, right? The lanes are too narrow for me to go with oncoming traffic on the bridge, so they have to stop the opposing traffic. Waited there probably 10-15 minutes till they communicated between the guy on the other side and this guy, and then there was a holdup on the Canadian side, very long line of trucks, and then I had to go inside. Not just a regular clearance, but it's one of the, because it's a brand new machine, straight from the factory. You have to stop by customs, and they give you like a bunch of papers. At least that's how it was supposed to happen. And so I tell the guy at the booth, I say, yeah, I have to go see the broker, the customs broker. And he stamps, he put the time 10:25. So basically it took me 1 hour from duty free to the Canada Customs, because I arrived at 9:30, remember, at duty free in Buffalo. And then I took all my stuff, went to Livingston International customs broker, right next to the customs building, and it took another hour. And so they release, and then she says, yeah, you don't need any papers, everything is transmitted electronically, just go to customs, give them this piece of paper and wait. And I waited there just maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes, and I was released 11:45, I think. So 9:30 to 11:45, and then I stopped there to get some tea. I still had my free cup from TA. I got some hot water, and I'm brewing this feeling soothed tea. And I also decided to splash a little bit, and I got a banana. It looks very ugly. Perfect for my diet. You cannot eat too much of this. And speaking about diets, yeah, I'm still on the diet, more or less. Losing weight, feeling good. Did not have a drink of coffee since I left Canada with the previous load. I think it's 5 or 6 days. And I find that I sleep better, and also I finally see some color in my cheeks, because usually when I drink a lot of coffee I'm always very, you know, white, kind of like the complexion is not healthy, you know, and that's because of coffee. So I don't think I want to drink it again. I tried to quit before. I think I'll just try to drink more tea, you know, like green tea. Just try it once again. But for now I'm still on the bus with the program, on the wagon. So I sent a message to dispatch, released by Canada Customs, ETA to consignee is, so I'm going just north of Toronto to a cat dealer. So 153 kilometers, which is just 3 miles shy of 100 miles. So 90, what did I say? 97, yeah, so 97 miles. ETA 1:42 p.m. But because I'm driving slow and there's gonna be traffic, I told them 2 p.m. I always add some time to what my tablet shows, Google Maps. And once again, this is not a GPS per se, it's a tablet, LG. And it's always on, connected to the internet, so I'm using live Google Maps. And surprisingly, it does not take too much data. As long as I don't watch movies, it's okay. Good looking day today, blue skies, but it's pretty cold. In the morning it was way below zero, like -9 Celsius at one point. Now it's -2, 29 F. I'm passing St. Catharines, Ontario, and what looks like an old Peterbilt with a flat roof sleeper is passing me. Cooney Transport, some kind of a tanker with 4 axles, but the front axle is up, which means that he is not loaded. Very windy today. Is called the Queen Elizabeth Way, QEW. Crossing the Sky Bridge. Toronto, it's over there. Ontario. Behind me is Hamilton. switching from QEW to 427 north. 427 north. And it'll take me to 401 and then 400 and then Highway 7, and that's it. Crazy traffic today. People are very impatient. And so I'll be there at 2 o'clock like I promised, I'm pretty sure. And by the time I get back to Cambridge, it's gonna be rush hour. 4 o'clock. That's gonna be quite exciting. This doesn't happen often. I'm actually passing somewhere. Some very old Volvo Musket Transport. And this is 401. I'm just jumping into collectors because over there at the bridge the lanes split. The left 3 lanes are the express, yeah, and these 2 lanes are the collectors, and this way it's easier for me to jump on 400. Less risk. Because once again, I'm 10 feet 7 inches wide. And this ramp, there's always accidents here. Because only 1 lane from 401 to go to 400 north.
500 meters, keep left at the fork. Follow signs for Ontario, 400 Barrie.
And these people always jumping in here at the last possible moment. And then they brake like crazy. So if you don't hold your distance, you're screwed. And so this is from collectors, right? There's 2 lanes. The ramp actually has 2 lanes. But so mine lane is from collectors, right? And that lane is from express. And I showed this before. I think there should be a sign that prohibits oversized loads over there, because you turn left and of course there's a barrier in there. So this way it's much more room, you know, when you oversize. It's safer. Very slow coming up this hill, and I don't want to make people angrier than they are already. Everybody's in a rush. Look at this guy. He got unhappy with me because because he was in that lane going maybe 40 miles an hour because it's a ramp. That's what we have to deal with all the time. And there's a sign up ahead behind the intersection. Toromont Cat. Without jumping on the shoulder.
Turn right onto Commerce Street, then turn right to stay on Commerce Street.
There's a bunch of hotels here. There's a movie theater. I know this area. I used to live not too far from here for a few months. There's IKEA over there. And this way is the entrance.
Turn right to stay on Interchange Way.
Well, you are done. After 120 miles empty from Richmond, Virginia to Baltimore, and 500 miles loaded, I am in Concord, Ontario. Lots of metal, yellow iron. These are used, these are new. Very big deal. They also do a truck service here, and I brought my International here with the Cat engine a couple of times for service. They did a dyno tuning, added lots of power. I like these guys. It's too bad Cat does not make truck engines anymore. And everything was so fast, you know, I wanted to show unloading, and actually I wanted to drive this thing, but you know, I take my flags off, I take my chains off, and then before I disconnect from the trailer, the guy's already inside. You know, these guys here are very fast. So he's already inside, and I said, hey, I'm gonna lower the trailer just to warn him so he doesn't get scared, right, when the trailer hits the ground. And he says, okay, cool. And as soon as I pull away, he just drives away. And I see it sitting over there. Nice machine. Sign my bills. Everything. Now I just need to send a message to dispatch. I already told them that I need a day off tomorrow because I have to do my medical. You know, in Ontario, Canada, we do it every 3 years, and mine just came up. I had it sitting, I had the letter from the MTO, like our local DOT, Ministry of Transportation of Ontario. I had that letter sitting in my glove box in the Mazda for 2 months now. And the deadline is April 6th. So if I don't do that medical before April 6th, I'm informed that my license class will drop from AZ or AZ, as we say in Canada, to not even to D, which is a straight truck, but to G, which is a car. Or a light truck, like up to 10,000 pounds, which is not good, you know. Then not only I won't be able to pull the trailer, but with G, you cannot even drive this truck because this truck weighs 23,000 pounds. So you need a D license. So you know, we have a weird system here in Canada, but basically G is a car or a light truck, and doesn't matter you work as a driver or you just, you know, drive your own vehicle. There's no CDL like in the States. So G is the car, light truck. D is heavier truck with a light trailer, and AZ or AZ is a truck and trailer. And then there's all these endorsements for air brakes, tankers, and there's a separate one for buses. I don't know that one. Anyway, I'm just sending them a message. Load delivered. Will be available Friday. Heading home. THX dash Sergei. Send. Boom. Done. Okay, so my chains are stored, hidden away. My flags, I took all my signs off, everything's cool. Almost forgot a piece of wood. It was soft timber under the bucket, but it's really it's soft. I got it for free from somebody. 2 pieces of soft timber, and they're already cracking. They're no good for serious stuff, so I just left it over there. I see a pile of dunnage. It's very light, and just you put a bucket on it, it starts cracking. I have a bunch of you know, real oak stuff. Okay, and now what we do is we just, so that I don't get lost on the way home. Wait a second, I don't need internet, I need Google Maps. And tomorrow I'm hopping in my Mazda and just driving back, actually back to Mississauga, Ontario, like where I was coming from, but there's no parking there for trucks. You know, it's inconvenient to do this with the truck, so tomorrow I'll just drive in my Mazda. It's like 40 miles, and there's a special medical center there. It's very cheap, very fast, and they open 9 to 9, 7 days a week. I always go there. So that's my plan for tomorrow. Okay, so 52 miles, 84 kilometers back to Cambridge. Time now is 2:42. I better start rock and rolling before I might get lucky and, you know, get home before the rush hour starts, but I don't think so. I already see some red areas on the map, so stopped traffic, but what do you do? Anyway, thanks for watching. That was a Cat 966M from Baltimore, Maryland to Ontario. Stay tuned for more.